Actions have consequences. We've all heard that before. But the lack of actions also has consequences. Just ask the presidents of Harvard, MIT, and the University of Pennsylvania. This week, they testified in the US Congress. We showed you that testimony. One of the lawmakers, asked them a simple question. Does calling for the genocide of Jews violate your college's rules on harassment? Does calling for the genocide of Jews violate your college's rules on harassment? It's as simple as they come. In cricketing terms, this question was a full toss. But these college presidents did not hit a six. They ended up being bold. All three of them refused to say yes. Is calling for a genocide problematic? They said it depends on the context. They talked about turning threats into action. Basically, they said everything but yes. And as expected, it has led to major criticism. The White House called it vile and unacceptable. Listen in.
Calls for genocide are unacceptable. It's vile, and it's counter to everything this country stands for. I can't believe I even have to say that. I can't believe I even have to say that. I shouldn't have to.
And it wasn't just the White House. The Republicans also slammed the college presidents. Presidential candidate Nikki Haley called it disgusting. She also threatened to end the college's tax-exempt status. Even corporate bosses are weighing in. The CEO of Pfizer, for instance, has criticized the college presidents. He called it one of the most despicable moments in US academia. Of course, Elon Musk had to weigh in. He said genocide calls obviously constitute harassment. Now, I must say, it's like a rare space event. Republicans and Democrats are on the same page. Big Pharma is standing up for what's right, and Elon Musk is making sense. It tells you how horrible the statements were. And the criticism seems to have worked. Two of the college presidents have made a U-turn. Listen to the president of the University of Pennsylvania.
In that moment, I was focused on our university's longstanding policies aligned with the US Constitution, which say that speech alone is not punishable. I was not focused on, but I should have been, the irrefutable fact that a call for genocide of Jewish people is a call for some of the most terrible violence human beings can perpetrate. It's evil, plain and simple.
So her focus was not right. I'm afraid that's a weak excuse. The lawmaker asked the same question multiple times. She had many chances to say yes. So it was not really a lack of focus. It was a lack of moral compass. Same with the Harvard president. She too has released a statement. Let me quote from what she said. There are some who have confused a right to free expression with the idea that Harvard will condone calls for violence against Jewish students. Let me be clear, calls for violence or genocide against the Jewish community or any religious or ethnic group are vile. They have no place at Harvard. I'm afraid there is no confusion. If anyone was confused, it was the Harvard president herself during the hearing. She refused to say yes, and that's why people criticized her, not because she was defending the right to free speech. Either way, these U-turns may not be enough. In Pennsylvania, there is a petition asking the university president to resign. It's got thousands of signatures. The trustees also held an emergency meeting on Thursday. Even donors are backing out. One of them was about to give $100 million to UPenn. After the hearing, they're not giving the money, and we don't blame them. Why should anyone fund this propaganda? The good news is it has exposed all these so-called top colleges, their presidents, their teaching faculty, and even their students. In the name of activism, they seem to have forgotten decency, the sense of what is right and wrong. The US Congress is following up on the testimonies. All three colleges are now under investigation. Hopefully, it will lead to a reset in culture.